checking out this video. Don't forget, like and subscribe. Got Ring of Honor's added some matches for Final Battle. Athena will defend against Persephone. Okay. And Shane Taylor Promotions will defend against Skyflight. This is December 5th, Columbus, Ohio, part of GalaxyCon. I cannot say I'm enamored with the current lineup here either. So, there you go.
You're just an unhappy curmudgeon lately.
Not really. It's like it's everyone else's fault.
You just hate every show you
It's
watch.
everybody else's fault. Lance, wrestling isn't that hard. You know what I'm saying? And all I do, I feel like sometimes when I'm watching, like back when I used to watch WCW at the end, or, you know, TNA in the Asylum, it was like, dude, it's not that hard. Like, why are we, and it was usually Russo, by the way. It's like, why do you have to make everything so difficult? And I watch these shows now, and I'm like, why are you making this so difficult? Why does everyone have to be a loser and a failure in your strange attempt to get them over? Do you know how they used to get people over back in the day, Lance? They'd win. Right?
In a lot of cases,
Am I missing something about this getting over thing? Golly. Can you imagine if Hulk Hogan would have come from the AWA in 1984 and, like, Iron Sheik beat him? And then, like, he had to get beaten by everybody so that you'd feel really bad for the guy and really want him to win? Jeez. All right, let's see what we got in the mailbag. Guys sent any messages, or do I have to make stuff up? I've actually never made one up, even though people like to... All right, here. What? Oh, God. This person says, I got to apologize, Brian. I've complained here before because I felt like you were blindly defending Tony Khan's booking or being too gentle with your critiques. I could not understand why. Now that I've seen the video where TK calls Dave during a show, I realize you were actually just defending Dave's booking, which is perfectly understandishable. Guys, Dave, I've said this 1,000 times. First off, you know what Tony Khan actually does is he actually does talk to reporters. I've talked to Tony Khan. Dave has talked to Tony Khan. Like, I've talked to other promoters. I won't mention any names. But the point of this is, like, Tony Khan, you can call him and ask him a question, and sometimes he'll answer. Many times he won't. But sometimes he will. I don't know why this is a big story. Shouldn't your job as a wrestling reporter be to try to get news from the different people in the business of professional wrestling? Isn't that like the thing? Now, let me tell you another thing about Tony Khan, because I've had long conversations in the past with Tony Khan. You are not going to book his show. You are not going to change his mind. I don't know how many times I have to explain this to people. People like to think that Dave can talk to Tony Khan and say, you know what, here's what I think you should do at Full Gear. Here's how I think you should book all these matches. Here's what I think all the finishes should be. Hey, listen, Dave can do that until he's blue in his... You know what Tony's going to do? He's going to do what he wants to do. Do you guys watch the show? Have you watched AEW for the past 5 years? Have you seen anything over the past 5 years where you've seen like a drastic change in the way that the shows are booked? No. They're booked the same way they've been for 5 years. That's why myself and Dave and other people can look at the lineup for a show and say, this is what's going to happen in all of these matches, and like predict every single match on the show. It's not because Dave or myself or whoever's, it's because we know how Tony books. Because that's how he books. Forget Dave. I've told this story too. You know how many incredible wrestling brains they have working in AEW? You know how many incredible wrestling brains they have?
Bunch of people.
You can go from like everybody. Jim Ross has been in this business for 50 years or whatever. There's, you had Chris Jericho. You've got John Moxley. I mean, the Young Bucks.
Chris Hero.
CM Punk when he was there. Chris Hero. You have all of these brilliant wrestling minds, okay? Do you know how many times various brilliant wrestling minds have gone to Tony and said, no, what are we doing? We can't. And he'll listen, and they'll be in there for hours, and then they will leave, and he will do whatever it was he wanted to do. I have no idea why this is a story, but it is. I don't think people understand wrestling and wrestling reporting.
But they're upset because Dave talked to Tony Khan. It's like he talked openly that he used to talk to Vince, and he talked to Eric, and he talked
to everybody.
That's his job.
Yes, your job is to actually talk to these people. Sometimes they won't answer. Oftentimes they won't answer, but sometimes they will. That's the job. Are you one of those youngsters today who listens to Spotify? I don't even know what it is. But I do know this. All of our podcasts are available at Spotify. You can head up right now and sign up. The easiest way to do so, f4wonline.com/Spotify. And for just $9.99 per month, you can listen to 84 podcasts on any given month. 84! 2 to 3 podcasts every single day covering pro wrestling and mixed martial arts. And if you think about $9.99 per month, that's just pennies per day. So check it out today on Spotify. That's f4wonline.com/Spotify. f4wonline.com/Spotify.